Hi, this is Allison from Winning Your Relationship Game, and I want to help you create a relationship that you love. Today, I want to talk to you about a lesson that I took from nature, and it is about the seasons of a relationship. There's so many things that we can learn from observing nature. And one of those is seasons. And what seasons are really a set of cycles that go through a sequence, and relationships also have some of these patterns and cycles. And I think that if you've been in a relationship for a period of time, you probably will relate to some of these. So when we think about seasons, we usually think of spring as the first season. And springtime is the time when things are fresh and growth is happening, and it just seems very hopeful. In the springtime of love, is you're falling in love, it's new, it's fresh, it's exciting, you want to see what's coming next. Usually springtime is a very happy time for us. We have a lot of hormonal influences from falling in love, and that makes us feel really good. And then you have summertime, which I have to admit, this is my favorite time of the year. And this is the time when usually schedules are more relaxed, the sun is out and shining, it's just good. It's a time of solidification of those promises of the spring, and that's true in nature and our relationships. This may be the time in the relationship where we actually commit to each other and establish a foundation. This may be the time in the relationship when we have children and we begin that journey as parents. And then we move into fall. And fall is a time of harvesting, gathering in. It's a really beautiful time of the year in most places. It's very colorful. But it's also a time of the year when things start to decay. All those leaves are falling down and forming a blanket on the ground that protects what's underneath it as well. I think of it as a protective time of the year too, because you're going to, as the temperatures get cooler, you're going to wrap up, you're going to put layers on, you're going to sleep under blankets, and you're basically forming a protective cocoon around yourself. The fall season of the relationship may be when conflicts arise and they create more problems. We begin to defend or protect ourselves from each other. And although that may feel like decay to us in our relationship, it's really part of the whole cycle of a relationship. So then comes winter. And if we want to venture out in the winter, we really have to protect ourselves, right? We've got to wear many layers. We've got to do things to keep ourselves safe in the winter time. And it's really more a time of more gathering in, huddling up, being cozy, and ultimately focusing in on what's really important, because staying inside in the wintertime may be a matter of life or death. So in your relationship, there may be hostilities that have gotten you really withdrawn from each other. But that is the time to snuggle in and try to get closer if you can. So then as winter becomes a time of gathering in, reconnecting, the promise of spring comes again. So if you begin to look at cycles of nature and relationships, you begin to understand that one season leads to another, and there's promise that the cycle continues. And we understand fall and winter don't mean death and decay. They just mean rest and rebirth. If you think about it in this context, what season do you feel like your relationship's in? Instead of fighting against it, how can you make the most of the season that you're in? I hope that that is useful for you. And if you want some more tips and strategies, follow along. You can check out my website at winningyourrelationshipgame.com. And I hope to see you soon.